it's Boy Columbus here. I'm doing YouTube Pagan Challenge week 13. I'm a little off today, but week 13. Before I get into this, I will have to say this was the craziest full moon ever. Like, people were off the chain. This, like, 4 or 5 days now. It's just been like just bonkers, and I feel like I'm standing on the sideline of a crazy room full of crazy people, because it's just like my boss was weird, people at work were weird, the energy was so chaotic and like just stressful for me, because I was like I was being bombarded with all these emotions, and I got behind the wheel of the car and I literally had to go. I went to the store today and the other day. I went to some stores and stuff like that, and then while I'm driving, I was like, I've got to get off the road, because they're cutting everyone off. People are running lights. I mean, it was just crazy. Has anyone else experienced that with this full moon? It was just really crazy. So now I'm going to get back into the YouTube Pagan Challenge, which for 13, I will put the question in the description. So week 13 is, do you use divination and what types? I've gotten different objects here so that I can show you some of my tools, but sometimes just meditation. For me, I can divine that way. But I do have some of the tools because I was trying to learn as much as I could about everything. My favorite, as I've said in a video before, is tarot. But I also like a lot of the other ones. It's just, I'm one of those people that also, that it's hard for me to sit still sometimes. It could be impartial to the caffeine, but I try not to drink, as you know, I'm not like mainlining it or anything. Sometimes I'm just like, oh, you know, this is taking up my time, and I don't know what else I would be doing. But anyway, so I'm going to show you some of the ones I have. So I do have, we'll start with this one. Ready? I have a dark sphere. Can you see it? Onyx sphere. Yeah, I was like thinking it was something else, but it's onyx. So you can see that it kind of uses it. I use it the same way that you would use a Black Mirror, where I try kind of lower light, usually just candles. It's really hard for a sphere. Like for a light, when I was taught, for a dark mirror, I was taught by some 101 books that you position a candle so that you can't see the flame in it, and then you divine by what you see in the mirror. But it's hard to do that with a sphere, because you can still see the flame. But sometimes I like to look at the flame. Sometimes I can just divine by staring at a candle flame, you know? It just helps me, because I pick up on pictures anyway, that way. Like clairvoyant, I don't necessarily have to see it in the object. Understand? So sometimes I do see them in the object and I see them in my head. So anyway, there's that. And then I have a different one. This is a rose quartz sphere, which with I can see all kinds of stuff. And this one is really cool because she turns colors for me. See, it's cut for me right now. It looks really dark. She does turn colors, and I don't think I handled them enough. Because I set them in their pedestal and then I look at them. So there's two. That's that. Now I have this deck. I'm going to show you the deck's cards. This is an oracle deck. I got them. I think they're so pretty, but for some reason I'm intimidated to use them. Maybe because they're so pretty, but I think they just look. That's all like gold. And I'll show you which one it is. It's the Wisdom Hidden Realms deck. It's a Of course, I set everything up to the picture. It's a 44 card deck. This is the back. Actually, it looks cool when I fan them out. This is the front. And I would have to, like, I was learning tarot when I got these, so when I got the book, the guidebook for this, usually I just go by the images and I can kind of piece together. You know what I mean? Kind of like the same with tarot. If you really pay attention to the picture, you don't really need to read the guidebook. But, I mean, they do help. But use them as a jumping off point. It's not the end all be all. You know what I mean? It's what they're tools to see. And so, you know what I mean? I always think that it's a jumping off point to go by the, you know, this is what this card means. Well, that's great, but what if it means, you know, more or less to you? So anyway, but look at this guidebook. I was like, I was trying to keep straight in my head and work with tarot, and so that's why I probably haven't picked them back up, because I don't forgot that I have them. But they're beautiful. I really like them, and I know people that use them, that use Oracle, a lot of people, but I would have to read because I don't, you know, these are all, they have, each deck is a little different from each other, and they have different meanings, and yeah, so that's that. That's my Oracle deck. I'm going to put that in here. I'm one of those people that has to put everything back away. Okay, so I also have this tarot deck, which is, it's hard to see the pictures. Let me just find a good one. I love the okay, so I start to look at them and I'm like, well, here's the Five of Cups. It's the Elfin Tarot. So I got them. The first one I ever got was Pagan Tarot deck, and the artwork was kind of like, it reminded me of like a comic strip, like I don't know, Carbon 3D, if anyone remembers that, or something like that. I don't know. It's like very dated, and it just did not fit with me. I've come across two decks that are over there in this cabinet, and I just can't use them. So I'm waiting till the mood strikes me, and I will give them to somebody. But I just, for some reason, I just can't read them. You know what I mean? I mean, I can. I guess I could pull them, but the artwork just does not do it for me. So anyway, there's the Elven Tarot. I really like this deck. And then, of course, I have my Rider-Waite. So I have that deck. And if you see, these are kind of new, because I kind of keep everything put away. Now, I've got two sets, excuse me, all of a sudden I feel like I'm going to sneeze. Two decks of runes. So these are ceramic, and they're not glazed. So I'm afraid, like they're white, so they're like an off kind of colorway, and I'm afraid that I'm afraid they'll get tarnished, you know, or like stained. But I have those, and I'm also afraid to like do a lot, you know what I mean, mix them up harshly because I'm afraid they'll break them. But that was my first one, and this set was the one that came with the blank room. Now, I also had a gentleman who made a druid who made these by hand, and I got them at one of the festivals. And these are wood. They're hand burned. Like little points. And he said that blank one is garbage. So, I like both. Honestly, I like different approaches. So, not, I mean, when someone is hating on another form, you know what I mean? They like, you know what I mean? What's the original and blah blah. I do more everything. There's nothing really that's super original. You know what I mean? These were created. Somebody made them up, or some culture or people or something made them. You know, they assigned all this stuff. So the meaning. So I like to use other things. But so I have those two. They each have their own little bag. And one more thing. I have a mini spirit board. And then I use this. This is an amethyst that was a necklace, but it doubles as a pendulum to me. And I use that. So that's my other one. That stays over here on my meditation board. Sorry, I am being really lazy and just scooting around in my chair. So those are the divinations I use. If you have any questions or comments, please put them, down below, and I'll try to get back to you. I'm always looking to learn new things. I know some people have divined with like animal bones and all kinds of stuff, and I really don't want to do that. Divine with parts of people, or animals, but or people. But there's like other things with whatever you feel comfortable with. I think, you know what I mean. There's no right or wrong way. Like I said, I can kind of be sometimes almost like clairvoyant, where I have to pay attention to what's happening in my head, but sometimes it just happens and I'm not even using a tool. But I've never been one to want to like make it a job. You know what I mean? For now, anyway, I tend to give advice, but I don't usually divine for it. You know what I mean? I can kind of figure it out in my head and what I would do for different scenarios that might help somebody. But I haven't really I don't do it as like, oh, here, I'm going to come over and I'm going to give you a reading. I just do it for myself. As part of my practice, part of my ritual and stuff like that. When my circle, if I'm in a good circle, you know what I mean, where I have a circle up and I have all this energy, and that's when I pull out my cards and kind of divine stuff for me. And sometimes I don't like the answers, I have to say, but I think that's how it's supposed to be. And sometimes I think that the influence of what I'm reading is sometimes my own insecurities, so I try not to take too much to heart, but I do keep it in the back of my head. So anyway, that's about 15 minutes of me showing you stuff, so I'm going to let you go. If you guys, again, if you have any questions or comments, hit me up, and I will talk to you soon. Thank you for watching. Blessings.